Hey guys, Harry Casimir here with Boat Marketing Pros. So today I want to share with you the ultimate marketing plan and strategy for boat dealers. The following plan can help boat dealerships improve their marketing and achieve better result than ever. So stick with me. Thank you so much for tuning in, and let's roll. The first thing you want to do, we all know, is to identify your target audience for your dealership, and that's include the potential boat buyers and current customer that you have, and understand their needs and when it comes to boat purchasing, because not every boat buyers is the same. Step 2, determine your marketing goals and objective. What is it that you want to do for your dealership? This may increase sales, this maybe brand awareness, make people be aware of your brand more, or create customer loyalty. All of that could be a hybrid of all of them together, right? Step number 3 is develop a marketing strategy that align with your goals and your target audience. So this may include, creating targeted ads, develop special lead magnets, packaging, your social media presence, and host event at the dealership that help bolster that marketing strategy. Step 4, implement your marketing tactics and track your result. Use metrics such as your website traffic from Google Analytics, sales data, take feedback from your customer to measure where your effort really need to stay. Step 5 is continue to monitor, adjust, and optimize your marketing effort based on the data and feedback you get, because by doing so it ensures that your marketing continue to be effective and as successful as it can be for your boat dealership. By following these steps, those 5 steps that I just outlined, you can become more strategic and more effective in how you approach your marketing effort for your dealership. So how do we get started? So the first thing you want to do, and step number 1, as we went over, is identify your product and services. As a boat dealer, there are a ton of things obviously you can present, you can sell, you can provide service to, but you can only do so much. So most of the successful boat dealers I see, they carry anywhere from 3 to 7 brands in one location. What you want to do, identify the services and product or the brand that you will be carrying, and that's very important, because type of a brand of boats that may be selling right down the street 10 miles from where you at may not be able to sell in your 10 miles where you are for many different reasons. Geographic location restriction that might happen, or maybe the customer that's close to you, they don't really into that brand. So you have to do your basic market research to ensure that you are carrying, because not all boats are equal. It is important for you to select the right brand that can be profitable, desirable, and easy to sell for you at the end of the day, and possibly even delivery, because depending on where you are, there are boats that you simply cannot, or depending where you start, you may not be able to deliver them easily. So you want to look at all that as well. Additionally, we want to create a pathway to avoid or anything that would overwhelm your potential customers on how you present them the choices, the different brands that you have. Instead, focus on marketing one offer at a time. So that way you focus on that one effort so that the customer do not get confused. So it is crucial for you to make sure your offer is very straightforward, that it can be and easy to understand as well. Now you have the product and services, you know what you're selling, we're clear. The next thing you want to do is really this is where I go to deep dive into what I call the 3 M's and businesses. The market, the message, the media. The first M of the 3 M's is the market. Who is your target market? This is where you identify who is your ideal customer, also known as the avatar, the target audience, and target market, whatever the name you call it. At the end of the day, who are you about to sell to? This is important. to be very clear and very specific about who you're selling to, because you cannot sell to everyone as much as we would love to if we could. But at the end of the day, there's always that 2-3 very, very specific customer base that we're going after. To break down your target market, it would be easy to create a characteristic of this type of customer that you want to bring in. And that customer could be include demographics such as age, gender, income, occupation, possibly as well as demographic details and physiology, location, attitudes, value, beliefs, and lifestyle. All of that could be what help you determine your target customer. By focus on your target market, you can make offer and messaging more desirable, more enticing to the customer because you're speaking directly to them. The second M is the message. How do you speak to the customer? Remember, we just finished our market. We know who's your target market. We determine who they are, where they are, and what make them tick. So now, how do we speak with them? Why should your audience care about what you have to say, what the product or service you're selling? What problem do you actually solve for them? And why should they even choose to work with you versus your competitor? This is where your messaging comes to place. It's very, very important. So to create an effective message, it's important to understand your audience, which we already done that, right? You understand that audience. But the next step on that audience is to understand what are their desires and also their goals, which is what make them super happy. But also, as well as what are some of their fears, problem, and frustration, their miseries, things that you can relate to. So now, your job is to offer them how you can help this audience move from their misery to their miracle. If you know what I desired, what prevent me from getting there, and then here you are come to me say, I will solve this problem for you so you can achieve X, Y, and Z. Now we're talking. And this is what it looks like when you have your ideal customers and you can create the message around them. The next step in this process is to communicate effectively that message to that target audience. The way you do that, you should focus on explaining what is it your product and services can help them. How can your product help them achieve their desire? By highlighting the key benefits and value you offer, you can show this target audience that you understand their needs and help them achieve their goals as well. So now you have the target audience, you have the perfect message crafted for them. How do you deliver this? Now we dive in on the third M from the 3 M's, which is the media. Step number 4. The media. As a boat dealer, it's important to understand the preferences and habits of your target audience. This includes considering the preferred media type, whether is it text, is it audio, is it video, is it visual, and the presence and activity of various platforms. Is it online or offline, or is it a hybrid of the two, or a different medium in different ways? To effectively reach your target market, you should create and post content consistently according to the schedule and where you can find them. Again, there is no one way or the other. So you have to determine where is it that your audience is at. It's very easy to get caught up on hype of certain platforms like TikTok is hot or Instagram is the thing, or let's go to Facebook or YouTube. But remember, as much as you may like or don't like this platform, you are not your audience. Your audience you created earlier is unique within itself. So every business audience is different. So what you may like or what you may not like, it could be the opposite of what your audience likes. So make sure you keep that in mind. So for example, if your audience is a little bit older demographics, TikTok may not be the most effective platform for you. Maybe if your audience listen to a lot of radio, for example, maybe radio could be still be an avenue that you want to look at. Not necessarily where you're gonna spend all your money, but that's another avenue to get your message across to them, right? So know your audience and know where they hang out and craft your message accordingly. So keep in mind that social media itself is a platform and network that can be varied based on availability and restriction in different countries. So again, depending on where you are, where you're targeting that market, it can make a difference, right? So make sure you consider all those different elements or different things that will make or break your messaging to this different audience. So determining the best place to reach your target audience is very important. Your target market may not be online. So this is why it's so critical to understand where they are, who they are, and where they hang out, and what type of message that resonates with them. The fifth and last thing you want to do is how do you get all this together and prepare to go to the next step. So as a boat dealer, it is critical. It is very, very important to have a plan in place so that your potential customer could go through the process of becoming a loyal, lifelong customer for your business. Because people that buy boats today are the same people that will buy boat tomorrow, the next day, the next year, or 3 years, 5 years from now, even 10 years from now, 20 years from now. Those people don't go away. They just may not buy from you again for whatever reason, but they will always be the one that buying boats, and possibly invite other people to buy boat as well. So this plan, known as your marketing funnels, this plan you create for your sales funnel to help ensure that you are reaching the right people, the right customer at the right time, at the right place with the right message. This plan is super critical to ensure that it smooths out any potential friction so that you can clear the funnel up. So a digital marketing funnel for boat dealership might look something like this. Someone discover your boat, your dealer through a social media post or blog post, video ads. They click and learn more and direct to a landing page, and they enter their name and email address to get the guides and the 10 best thing to do with your boat or whatever that might be. From there, you can follow up with the lead through email or other tactics, depending on how you prepare your nurturing. But that sometimes that person is not necessarily ready to buy. So this is why it's so critical to understand and to remember. It is not just about being in the right place at the right time. A well-designed marketing funnel will help you turn leads and people that just browsing the internet into customer, loyal based customer, lifelong buyers for your boat dealer. This is why it's so critical to make sure you have a funnel that is well built and well prepared. The next part of this we can go over is organic and pay marketing. In the past, Facebook and Google provide basically unlimited organic search for business through their business pages. However, Facebook introduced paid advertising, which require businesses to basically pay to get more followers to business with them. So many people were unhappy with this change and view Facebook as a, kind of greedy. And however, some saw this as an opportunity. And they were able to capitalize on this by buying up advertising inventory at low prices. So as more people in business join the platform, competition increase and price for advertising tend to rise as well. Therefore, it's important for your business to have a mix, both organic and pay ads. And this is why you might hear someone say, well, are you running any pay ads, social media ads? The same thing. If you are running ads, then you might as well have organic posting going on the other side as well. So what is it that you can do organic marketing perspective? So let's define this first. Organic marketing refer to content that is post freely. So when you add a post of your team, we're having fun last Friday on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, that's free advertising, free posting that you add. Those are organic content. And this content appear on newsfeed of people that are just browsing and people that follow your company or people that show same interest or related, and you probably know how that works. The beauty of organic content is that it doesn't require any dollar money. It just requires time. Someone has to go in and manage that. The only money you might pay is someone to manage that content for you. But if you have someone in the house, you already pay that person, so that person posts those for you. So you don't spend on promoting those contents. Now where it comes very handy and very nice is that you can promote that content later on. But again, doesn't require money. It doesn't require anything else but time, energy, and that need to create the content. In the context of the boating industry, organic content could really include posting photos, videos of boat and related activities on social media. And I'll tell you, some of the best posts I have seen for organic posting on social media is boat owners with dogs, with animals. Actually, it's some of the most, like, people love those kind of posts. And as a dealer, I highly recommend that you start posting not every day, but just once a month. You post some pretty cool pictures of some of your customers hanging out with their boats, chilling on the water with their animals, especially if you live in Florida. So by creating and sharing engaging content and your business boating industry profile, it can attract and retain followers, and those followers possibly already existing customer, but potential customer eventually, because if they like what they're seeing and you're enticing them, so it's just a matter of pushing those people to the edge of making that decision and possibly becoming customer of yours. Now the pay marketing part of that is referring to the content that is promoted using advertising dollars. So you pay ads that can be targeted to a specific group of people, giving your business more control over who's seeing the ads, because that's a big advantage and disadvantage of the two. Organic posts, anybody can see it as long as they're related. Where pay advertising, you can really filter and target who's seeing it, who cannot see your ads. For example, pay ads for the boating industry could include promotion for boat sale or boat rental on social media platform, running video ads featuring on YouTube, or targeting ads for boat products. So all of those are relevant to the industry, different ads format, and different places that you can place those ads. Then one of the advantages by using pay advertising, business in the boating industry can really reach a wide audience and really get the potential customer to see the effect of your business. But it is also very important though to be careful when considering your target audience and the cost of advertising in order to maximize the return on investment, because it can get very expensive if this is not something you choose very carefully and see how both the media and the audience where they are. It is important to choose the right approach in terms of how are you going to target this audience and where are they located. This is very critical and very important, because choose the right audience for a successful marketing campaign is as important as the product that you are selling as well. As a boat dealer, it's very important also to understand the strategy to avoid damaging your brand, because again, part of creating a successful brand is having a successful marketing in place to understand both your market, creating the proper message, and distribute that message to those customers on the right place at the right time at the right audience. But also be mindful of the bottom line as well. So in the boating industry, brand awareness marketing can be valuable to increase your visibility, recognition for your company's brand. So this type of marketing can include many different type of activities that promotes the brand without directly acting the audience for sales, such as making a purchase. A good example of that brand awareness marketing for boating industry can include your social media post, educational video. Maybe you create a podcast or be a guest on some of the podcasts of other boating industry, relevant industry. Showcase your brand at the airport and its product and services throughout different setup. Sponsor local community events, the Little League or any small sports. So the goal of brand awareness is typically to reach a larger audience and make them aware of your brand rather than just immediately driving sales. Brand awareness doesn't drive sales right away. It creates your mark in their head. When they think of boating locally, they think of you because they have seen you throughout. So it is very, very important to include call to action every piece of content that you create, so that the audience can know exactly what is it that you would like them to do. So those type of audience I mentioned earlier, you can really tell them, check out our website to learn more about us, how we can help you, how we can sponsor. Maybe we become the next sponsor for your next event. So by focusing on brand awareness, your boat dealer can build its reputation and establish itself as a leader within the field and the local community. And this is something that you want to do as a boat dealer as well. Your boat dealer might have multiple locations, but each of those locations is gonna become their own almost local entity, because one, there are brand restrictions on each city that you might be in, but second, so people that ride down the street might visit the dealer that's closest to them. So therefore, each of the location will have their own kind of brand awareness going on at the same time. On the other hand, when we talk about a direct response marketing and focus on driving customers to take action, such as to purchase something, this involves tackling and measuring the effectiveness of different marketing channels, whether you have customer coming from social media, customer going to your website, you attending, visiting network events, you go to boat shows, you sponsor events, all of those different things. Now, those are some of the key metrics that you're gonna start looking at. With direct marketing, that includes your cost pay per click, conversion rate, you're gonna look at click-through rate. By closely monitoring and analyzing these kind of metrics, a boat marketer can create accountable marketing campaign to avoid risk, gambling on advertising without knowing effectiveness of the marketing that they are doing. So this is why it's so critical as a boat dealer, as the general manager, as the director of marketing coordinator, marketing manager, or the owner. It's so critical for you to know your numbers and master the metrics that come with how marketing really evolve. So it is very, very important. It is an effort within itself to understand where each of your marketing effort would go. I hope you find this video useful. It's a lot to unpack. This has been the ultimate marketing plan and strategy for boat dealers. I hope you take some of this information here and start analyzing your current market strategy and your audience, and so you can take your company to the next level. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, click the notification button so that you don't miss out on any other content we push out. Again, thanks. See you soon.